Hey guys, it's Arlette from Chasing Joy, and I'm just doing a quick video for you guys to tell you about my plans for IUI number 5. I can't even believe that I'm doing my 5th IUI. If you've been watching my videos, I'm sure you've heard me say before, I just knew that I was going to be one of those people that would get pregnant right away on my first try. But it has not happened that way on my first, second, third, or fourth try. So here I am gearing up for IUI number 5. Today is cycle day 7. So in a few days I will likely be getting the smiley face on the at-home ovulation predictor kits. And going in for my IUI. So what's the plan this time? Well, clearly, like I just said, I'm going to do the ovulation predictor kits. I'm not doing a medicated cycle this time. I'm going back and doing a natural cycle. So I'll be peeing on a stick. That's what they call it online. And doing the ovulation predictor kit to see when I'm ovulating. When I see the smiley face on the indicator, I'm going to call the doctor's office so they can schedule me to come in the next day for my IUI. So I know it might seem like I'm taking a step backwards after having tried a medicated cycle last month, but I'm not going to think of it that way. I am doing one thing different this time, and that's that I've selected a different donor. I feel like maybe me and the first donor I picked just weren't a good fit. I don't know, chemically we just, our sperm and egg did not work well together. So I had to select another donor, which was kind of stressful. I don't know if you saw my earlier video, Where Are the Black Sperm? There's not a lot of black sperm donors out there. So, you know, my criteria, I didn't even have to get very choosy. I wanted an open ID donor, meaning a donor who would be willing to have his identity be known when the kid is 18, and I wanted someone black. And my blood work showed that I was CMV negative, which is just like a little virus that most people pick up, and it would kind of be like the common cold. And so they prefer, if you're CMV negative, to pick someone CMV negative, but most people are CMV positive. So once I put in those 3 criteria, you know, black donor who was CMV negative and willing to be known, only one person came up, and that was the donor that I was started out using. But since it hasn't worked with him, I had to figure out what to do. So I decided after 4 tries I really should try a different donor. I kind of debated if I wanted to go with a donor of a different race, because of the CMV thing. Like if I put in CMV negative, willing to be known, and like Caucasian, like tons of donors came up. But I just really didn't want to do that. I really like being black. I know all about being black. And if I were to have a baby with a donor who is not black, I don't feel that I'm equipped, I guess, to teach my kid about that other ethnicity. And especially if they come out and they don't look black, then people might look at them and expect them to know about the culture of whatever race they more closely appear to be, and I wouldn't be able to teach them that. So I didn't want to go that route. I also felt like, you know, using a sperm donor, you know, hopefully I'll have a beautiful, well-adjusted kid who is, you know, has no problem with this. But, you know, there's no guarantees in life, and this could be an issue from the beginning. So I don't want to add another issue with making them mixed race and having no contact with the I guess that side of their family of that race. And what if they don't look at all like me or my family? I mean, they could still not look like me and still be black, but like if they really look like another race, and no one in my family looks that way, you know, I just didn't want them to feel left out. I didn't want it to be an extra issue. So ultimately decided I was going to pick a black donor. So something had to give. I did not want to choose a donor who does not want to be known. I just don't feel right about that. Like I feel like when my kid is 18, I at least want to be able to say, okay, well, let's contact, you know, the sperm bank and see what information is available if they're interested. I wouldn't push that on them, but if they're interested, I'd at least like to be able to do that. I would not want to be a situation where they're interested and then that information is just not available. So the CMV status, that's what had to give. So I ended up choosing a black sperm donor who is willing to be known but is CMV positive. So I'm a little nervous about that. So the way that the doctor explained it to me is like that CMV thing, like I said, is like a little virus, and if you were to get it at any time, if you had any symptoms at all, it might be like a common cold. However, if you were to be exposed to that virus while you were pregnant, it could cause harm for the baby. So she said if I did end up picking a CMV positive donor, there was a small chance, less than 5% chance, that it could result in something wrong with the baby. But when I was reading online on the Single Mom by Choice forum, some women had said that they had, you know, done some research and they had never heard of anyone having a problem with using a CMV positive donor. Some said that their clinic didn't even have a preference. Another woman pointed out the fact that with us doing the IUIs, how the sperm is what they call washed, where I guess they remove it from the seminal fluid and they put it back in, I guess with maybe saline or something that's a little more friendly to the uterus. That removes a lot of the risk of the CMV. So I decided to take my chances that way, and obviously I'm gonna be praying on it like I've been praying on this whole process all along. But basically that's what I'm doing different for IUI number 5. Is a different donor. So because it's a different donor, I decided to try the natural cycle again. My body is working properly. I knew that from the beginning when all my tests came out good. So me using the medicine the last cycle was just to give me like an edge in hopes that, you know, me producing more than one egg could increase the odds of it getting fertilized, but that didn't happen. But I do ovulate every month, so there should be an egg coming, maturing now and being released in the next few days. So knowing that my body does work properly, I decided with the new donor to try the natural cycle one more time before moving to any more medicine. That also gives me a chance to save up some money, because that monitored cycle with the Clomid and the trigger shot is way more money. It's like $1,000 more compared to what you pay for the natural cycle. Once I get pregnant, I'm going to do a video for you guys talking about how much all this costs. But honestly, I don't even want to add it up yet because I think it'll freak me out and make me feel more stressed. And that's the last thing I need is stress. So any day now, I will be getting the smiley face on the ovulation predictor kit, and I will call and schedule for my IUI time. The other thing I guess I'm doing different this month is that I am not doing the confirmatory blood work where for my second and third IUIs, once I got the smiley face on the indicator, I would go in, do blood work. They would confirm that the LH, which is the hormone that makes you ovulate, was indeed surging, and then they would schedule the IUI. I decided I don't want to do that. That's just another stressful element, me calling, me waking up early enough to reach them on the phone, to get there, to do the confirmatory blood work, it was just another stressful element, and I'm hoping that I'm just trying to approach this IUI number 5 more relaxed. It's a new donor, unmedicated, and just see what happens. So that's the plan. I obviously really want it to work. It's been really disappointing that it hasn't worked so far, but I'm just trying to stay optimistic and kind of not think about it so much this time and stay busy. So, but anyway, that's the plan, and I hope you guys will continue to pray for me, and send me baby dust and have good thoughts and well wishes and all that. And if you like this video, you can click on the thumbs up or share it, and please subscribe, especially if you're in this trying to conceive journey, so I can check you out and see what's going on with you, especially if you do your own videos. And if you've done IUIs, and if you've ever switched your donor after a few tries, or if you picked a donor who was CMV positive while you're CMV negative, I would love to hear from you in the comments below, or on the blog chasing-joy.com. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will keep you guys updated. Bye.